Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to be testing out some weird brushes. I have set these aside instead of putting them in with my weird products bin, which I have several of those in my beauty closet. I pulled apart just kind of weird, interesting, unique brushes and tools that are said to make your makeup routine more fabulous. And I am talking about the Juno Co Microfiber Velvet Sponge. There's been a lot of chatter about this online. I really want to test it out. I have the Real Techniques Blend and Blur Shadow. It says one sweep shadow application. We're gonna play with that. I have this tool that I have pretty much zero hope in, and this was not sent to me. This was actually something that my husband picked out. He was like, I was at Namie's getting your brush cleaner and I saw this. It actually was super sweet. My husband is the very best and he is always looking to help me out and like spot like new cool things. And when he shared this with me, I was like, oh, hey. I have this here from Christopher Buckle, which is kind of cool. It has a dual-sided thing going on where you have liner on one side and then a tool right over here to clean up mistakes. So we'll totally play with that. We also have the Woosh eye roll wheel. Now you guys know I tested out from MAC way long ago. It's like a pizza cutter liner and I did not like that, but this is sold separately. It's like one of these sold separate. You can turn anything into kind of the wheel liner and I hadn't seen that before. So I have this. I have a 4-in-1 from JCat. So you know what? Let's just dive right in and start applying makeup and get straight to it because there's a lot to try out here. I'm gonna prime my skin while I'm just chatting to you guys for a moment. So yeah, sometimes it's better for me to not read the comments before I film because, you know, someone's gonna say something about me and misunderstand something. And it is truly the hardest part of doing YouTube is, especially for me, like I want to please everyone. I want to do a really killer job. I want to give as much information as I can. And it gets really difficult when people demand no sponsorship and honest reviews and they want you to speak from your heart always. And then when you do that and you honor that and you are that 100% all of the time, it's really just a horrible feeling for people to think that you're not or that they're mad at you for giving such a harsh review. So I just get kind of confused. I don't know. I guess I just gotta let it go. But just so that you are all clear, I will not speak highly about a product that I don't like. I don't care who makes it. I don't care if it's luxury, drugstore, if it's a collaboration. I don't care. I'm not gonna speak highly on something that I don't like, period. Now that doesn't mean that my opinion is the end all be all. It just means that it's my opinion and it didn't work out. So we're gonna go in with the Microfiber Velvet Sponge. Ooh, this does actually feel really velvety. I am gonna dampen this up. So this is latex-free, buildable coverage provided quickly. Okay, I'm gonna press just a little bit of pore removing primer from Tarte right in my T-zone. I almost forgot to do that. Are you supposed to wet this? I don't know. Oh no, hold on. Oh yes, okay. Wet it, squeeze it, stipple it. To use dry, dip it, pat it, tap it. I am currently back into this mix right here, the Flawless Fusion Long Wearing Foundation from Laura Mercier. I used this when I was in Vegas and I was like, oh, so good. Like, why have I stepped away from this? It is just the best. Like, this is such a great combo. So I just take a couple pumps of both Cashew and Buff, and that seems to work for me. It is a formula I know, trust, and love, which is great to use when I'm testing out new tools to apply. So I can already tell this is a lot different than a beauty blender in how it picks up product. Wow, okay. Yeah, that is way different. Okay, first off, you guys, you do not need a ton of product with this. And I don't think that stippling really is the way to go. It's more like if you drag it over the skin, it's really nice. This applies much more product than a beauty blender. It does not pick up any of the product back into the sponge, so it does make it more full coverage. which is not a bad thing. See how when I pat, it just does not disperse the right way? For me, it's kind of a pat and pull. This is actually really strange, to be honest. Wow. That did a really, really nice job. Okay, at first I was like, ooh, I don't know that I like this, because it was kind of pressing the product in and smashing it everywhere and not really blending, but it's really soft. And if you do kind of a light pull with it, it makes the product go a long way, and it makes it so smooth, and you don't see any streaks or brush strokes or anything like that. Dang it, I'm really impressed. I am not sponsored by Juno Co. I don't have a code. I'm not going to have a code. There's nothing like that. I do really like this. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the Makeup Sponge Applicator. Suede texture, non-latex, reusable. It says to dampen this when using it with liquid. So I'm gonna go dampen. I don't know why this looks so funny. Okay, so we're gonna grab a little concealer, a little Tarte Shape Tape. I'm back into that big time too. I'm kind of revisiting a bunch of products that I just know work so well for me because, you know, I've been traveling on the weekends. You can only pack so much. And to be honest, it's making me go through here and be like, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Like I'm kind of down to like 3 setting sprays and I kind of want to get rid of everything else. And the same thing with me decluttering all of my black liners. I'll link that video below. Like I'm just really getting into what I super, super love. Like everything else can just go. Okay, this is ridiculous. I don't really see a lot of added benefit. It feels like this whole little pink sponge thing is just gonna like pop right off. So not really the biggest fan of that. And for me, really, I will use one sponge for the whole big shebang. Like I will take whatever I used on my face, which we're gonna go back into this. Oh my gosh, a lifetime better. And then by the time I'm done with my creams, like if I do a cream contour and my concealer, then I will just go straight into a powder with whatever sponge I'm using. For me, that just means less things that I have to clean up, you know? Less things I have to wash. I'm gonna go into a little Coty Airspun. So I'm digging this, you know, velvet sponge. The sponge stick can leave us. Okay. Let's see what the Juno sponge does with powder. Pretty great. I like it. I'm just gonna use a regular, not fun or interesting brush to put on my bronzer really quickly. This is the bronzer from Westman Atelier. If you guys saw my 5-minute fancy face video, oh my gosh, this bronzer is something I've been using like every single day. I super love it. It just works really beautifully and blends beautifully and adds the right kind of warmth, and I really like it. I'll link that video below too. Let's dust off this bake. I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighter from the new Naked Cherry palette. And a little bit of blush. I really like this. I like the tone of this blush so much. Just gonna pat it in. And I do want to contour my nose just a tiny little bit. So I'm going to take the contour product that I got when I was in Thailand. This is Cezanne Contour, and it literally says for the nose contour or something like that on the display. It's really good. I always love kind of smushing my contour in with the powder excess that is on the sponge that I've been using that day. I find that it softens it up quite a bit and tends to not move around the foundation or anything underneath. So we've done that. And now let's open this guy right here. This has something that I can use for lipstick and for my eyes and for liner. It's from J Cat Beauty, and this is the 4-in-1. Let's see if we can figure this out. Okay, I would lose all of these in like 2 seconds. Wait, how does this work? Okay, so I've got all of them on here, and I think you actually have to like pull the whole sucker out and flip it to use it. Flip it, switch it, bop it. Really? I think I broke it. Wow. Okay, so these things right here kind of come apart really, that's really poorly made. Okay, so here's the problem with this, you guys. The idea is really cool because you jam it in the barrel, but the way that you pull it back out, you end up pulling half the thing off. So if you're supposed to pull it out to switch it, yeah, this is a pass. We're just gonna like put on some lip gloss and call it good. What? Okay, so, oh, I'm gonna throw on a quick brow. I say that like I actually believe myself. There is no such thing as a quick brow in my world, but we're gonna try. The brows are as good as they're gonna be today. So we are gonna move right along and play with a shadow blender product right here that says that you can do this in one sweep, and it is an intensely packed oval head shape that is designed for every eye type. It says that you can do powder or cream. I think I kind of wanna do cream with this. So I am going to go all over the lid with Deep Dive from ColourPop. This shade is beautiful, look at this. Like just so stunning. Okay, it's not too bright, it's not overly aggressive, but it's definitely special and I like it. So I kind of want to see what happens if I go in here and in one swoop, like they say, I mean, I guess if you need something that's also gonna blend you up into the crease and you only wanna use one brush, maybe. To me, I don't know. I kind of think it's still easier just to take your fingertip and do this business, especially with a cream, and you get more of a color payoff. I don't know, I wanted to try this out because I had it on hand, but the size of it is almost just too itty bitty. Now I do have to say their foundation brushes are killer. Real Techniques does make some great products, including sponges that a lot of people love, and they're not a bad line. With this one, to be able to do one swoop and think that you would just be done with your eye look, I don't think that's gonna happen, you know? I just don't. I'm gonna press the other side a little more as well. We're just gonna keep like a really super duper simple look today though. So I'm almost like pressing that right into the crease. All right, gotta love that my eye look is literally one color, like $5, that's it, is on my eyes right now. Super love that. Let's go right into liner. So I am gonna play around with this guy from Woosh really quickly, the Pizza Cutter Liner Returns. Now the cool thing with this though is it has two sides. So you can roll the liner on and then you can kind of set it with the slant liner if you need, or you can do like a winged liner if you find you have more control with the other side. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Maybelline black gel liner. And we'll grab some on our little pizza cutter here and see if maybe with a gel it works better. Okay, that actually went on kind of nice. So gonna do the other eye. It allows you to get super, super close up to the lash line, and because I'm not using it with a pull out already, you know, drenched gel situation or liquid situation, I'm able to kind of work off the back of my hand and get just so super, super close to my lash line. And because the length of this is allowing me to hold it and be really steady, it's surprisingly working out great. Okay, this other side did not go as well. That does happen sometimes. I'm gonna take my cleaner upper right here from Christopher Buckle, and we're gonna say a prayer that I can clean this up without destroying my makeup. So I was able to go back in and reline on top of the gel liner and really perfect things. And I'm gonna have to list in the description box below how everything wore at the end of the day as far as this liner is concerned, but it is rich. Like, it glided over top gel liner and just filled in any accidents that I had, helped me to even things out. So I'm really happy with how my liner looks right now. I feel like there are as many hits as there are misses with me trying out all of these crazy applicators. I'm going to put on some lashes because I feel with this kind of a liner, I definitely need it. So I will be right back. Lashes are on, and I am so disappointed that I have no idea what style this lash is. It's by Flutter Lashes, you guys, and the name is not on here. And I looked online and I can't find a similar style. These used to be my old school, like, absolute favorite lashes. I'd purchased them at Namie's, and I had this like back in the drawer, and I was like, oh, these look fun for today. And they look so nice. I just have no idea of the style. Anyway, I kind of have like a bunch of different sponges that I'm into at the moment. I have the Stands Out Beauty, what I call, feels like a microfiber pillow sponge. It's giant. I love that one. I will link that video below. I love my beauty blender. I now love this. This just kind of smoothed everything out so perfectly. It also helped me to clean up any of the mistakes that I had from liner kind of getting a little bit messy. I don't like this one. It just is a waste of time. Just use one sponge. Like, you don't need another sponge to just do under the eyes. I don't really see the benefit of it being on a stick either. This is a pass for me as well. Even though I super love Real Techniques, a fingertip does a better job, to be honest, so this is a pass. The Woosh Beauty liner that looks like a pizza cutter, I'm shocked that I'm gonna keep this up here front and center, play with it some more, try to figure it out. The Christopher Buckle dual-ended liner is fantastic. Love the idea that you have the cleanup on one side. Also, this black liner was super intense and rich and went on beautifully even on top of gel liner. So even though I just did a big, huge video kind of breaking down all of my favorite liners, this feels like it might be like in the top 5. I'm very curious about this. So I will let you guys know in the description box how it wore. So check that out for more details. And there we have it. If you guys want to see me try out other weird brushes, products of that nature, I actually have more of them, believe it or not, to do with the body and more face stuff, but I couldn't try everything all at once. So give the video a thumbs up if you want to see another video like this. Leave me comments below. And final note, you guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. Turn on your notifications by ringing the bell, and that way you will be notified of when I upload future videos. I cover everything from drugstore to high-end to weird products, just everything I play with Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. PST here on my channel. So I hope you come back and hang out with me again, and I hope you guys are having an awesome day no matter what you are doing. I love you guys, and I really, really appreciate you so much. You make my channel possible, and just you being here with me, hanging out and viewing the content that I create and make for you just means so much to me. So thank you guys. Have a good one, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.